thank our hosts, Mayor Ken Cockrell and First Lady Kimberly, to Dr. Jay Doran, President of Wayne State University, and all the students of Wayne State. Give it up for Wayne State. To General Holyfield and Bob King, the Vice President of the UAW, and all the labor leaders in the House, thank you. To Chris D'Angelo and Portia Roberson, our Detroit Regional Directors, and to all the great volunteers on our Obama team here in Michigan and here in Detroit, thank you. You're the lifeblood of this organization. And finally, I just want to repeat what Joe said. There are about 20,000 of these floating around. Be a part of the world's largest voter registration drive. As Joe said, I'm assuming most of you are registered. Anybody here who's not registered, fess up. If every single one of you go out and find one more person or two more people to register, think about what that could do. That could be the difference maker here in Michigan. We need you guys. Go out there and get folks registered to vote in the next week. Take one of these packets and work on behalf of democracy. And we meet here at a time of great uncertainty in Detroit, a great uncertainty all across America. The era of greed and responsibility, irresponsibility on Wall Street and in Washington has led us to a financial crisis as serious as any we faced since the Great Depression. They said they wanted to let the market run wild. And now we've seen what's happened. In doing so, they've trampled our core values of fairness and balance and responsibility to one another. Everywhere you look, the economic news is troubling. But for so many Americans, for so many people here in Detroit, it isn't really news at all. 600,000 workers have lost their jobs just since January. We've got more foreclosures than any time since the 30s, and even if you're still in your home values have been falling. Your paychecks don't go as far as they used to. It's never been harder to save. It's never been harder to retire. Never been harder to buy groceries or gasoline. And if you put it on a credit card, well, they've probably raised your rates. In so many cities and towns across America, it feels as if the dream that so many generations fought for, that Joe and Jill's parents fought for, that Michelle's parents and grandparents fought for, that my folks fought for, it feels like it's slowly slipping away. And I know these are difficult days, and nowhere have they been more difficult than in Michigan. Nowhere have they been more difficult than in Detroit. The auto industry knows something about hard times. So I know it's been rough. But here's what I also know. I know we can steer ourselves out of this crisis. Because that's who we are. Because that's what we always do. That's what America is about. Our nation's faced difficult times before. We've had slavery in this country. We've had Great Depressions in this country. We've had world wars in this country. And in each and every one of those moments, we have come together and met those challenges and emerged more unified and more prosperous than we were before. Because we've never forgotten that fundamental truth. That here in America, our destiny is not written for us, it's written by us. We decide the future of America. That's what our democracy is all about. That's what the American dream is all about. And by the way, that's why I'm running for President of the United States of America. There are many to blame for causing the crisis we're in. It starts with the speculators on Wall Street who game the system, the regulators in Washington who look the other way. It is an outrage an outrage that we are now being forced to clean up their mess.
Yeah.